Namaste everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are having a great day so far and welcome to another summer hacks, summer routine, summer tips video. If you guys remember, I did another one of these videos about 3 or 4 weeks ago wherein I talked about my summer essentials kit. If you guys have not watched the video, I will have the video linked right above here in the eye so you can directly check it out. In that video, I spoke about products and things in general that I cannot do without in summers. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about my summer hacks, the routine that I follow in order to get the best of summers minus the struggle of the scorching heat. I also decided to shoot this video outdoors because the weather today is absolutely amazing. There are some clouds indicating that it might rain, but honestly at this point, rains are all we want. So now without further ado, we'll dive right into this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, and now let's get started.
You had me on a leash and you liked that. These puppy dog eyes now bite back.
Now my first hack to keeping yourself hydrated at all times is to invest in a sipper. This is the sipper that I have over here. In fact, ever since I've gotten this sipper, my water intake has considerably increased and I would suggest you guys to do the same. If your water drinking habits are as bad as me, I would say they become a motivation enough to get you to keep yourself hydrated, probably because they look so pretty. And another thing that you can do is to keep water bottles at all your workspaces. So maybe a water bottle at your bedside, at your study table, at your work desk. Just have a water bottle accessible to you at every time. What this does is, when you are thirsty, you will probably procrastinate getting up and getting yourself a glass of water, whereas if you have a bottle readily available to you, you will not delay drinking water, hence keeping you hydrated at all times exactly when you are thirsty. Another magical potion that you can make with absolutely zero effort is sunlight charged water. Now how you make it is to take a glass bottle, fill it with water and then put it out in the sun for about 8 to 9 hours. Since the water has absorbed all of the sunlight's energy, sunlight charged water is said to have antifungal, antibacterial and antivirus properties, which is great for the skin. Drinking this water can help cure digestive issues such as heartburn, ulcers, inflammation, and there are a number of benefits of sunlight charged water which you will witness once you start drinking it. However, one thing to keep in mind with sunlight charged water is to not refrigerate it after you've kept it out in the sun. And of course, sugarcane juices, coconut water, watermelon juices are all different kinds of juices, different kinds of blessings that nature has given us. So the next time you feel thirsty, instead of going and grabbing a bottle of cold drink from your refrigerator, instead try one of these because they're going to be super tasty, are going to be beneficial for your health and also are going to keep you hydrated all day. Now tip number 2 is also regarding hydration, but keeping yourself hydrated at the right time is also very important. What I mean by this is, one thing to keep in mind is to drink water as soon as you wake up, because your body has been dehydrated after the 8, 9, 10 hours sleep, and the first thing that it needs when you wake up in the morning is a glass of water. The other time when you should not drink water at all is as soon as you get inside from the scorching heat. Wait for about 5-10 minutes and then go ahead and drink a glass of water. One thing to remember is to never drink refrigerated water after coming back from the sun, because your body temperature out in the sun is a lot more higher than the temperature of the water that you would be drinking from the refrigerator. And this change in temperature can lead to you falling sick and in worst cases can also lower your immunity as well. So wait for about 5-10 minutes and then instead of drinking refrigerated water, maybe you can mix it with a little bit of normal water. And after you've come back from the sun and it's been a while, then you can switch to the temperature of the water that you like to drink. Tip number 3 is regarding fabrics for your undergarments. Perhaps some of us might be making the mistake of not following this rule, and I'll tell you why it's important to switch to cotton or natural fabrics is because they are absorbent and breathable, and undergarments especially are the clothing items that are in the closest contact to our skin, so it's very important to keep them clean and dry. This will result in less itchiness, less bacteria multiplication, and these fabrics also prevent yeast infections, so this is definitely not something that any of us would want. So it's always a better option to switch to cotton underwears. Also, if you are a woman and you wear underwired bras, not just in summers but in every season, you should not be using using underwire bras on a daily basis. It's okay if you're wearing them once or twice. Believe me, your body is capable of telling you what you should and should not be doing in summers. And if underwire bras are uncomfortable, it means that your body is rejecting them. Go for comfortable options, go for breathable options, and keep in mind to always listen to the signs of your body, because what it's telling you will never be wrong. My fourth tip is regarding the products that we use on our skin. Now, makeup is something that so many of us use on a daily basis, but is using a foundation, a concealer, and cream products really going to help us this summer? Ask yourself the question. First off, I would definitely not suggest anyone to use makeup on an everyday basis. I personally only use makeup whenever I'm shooting videos or when I'm outdoors. Otherwise, I like to be makeup free. I like to give my skin the time to breathe. But if you are someone who absolutely cannot do without makeup, then do consider using powder products. Instead of going for cream foundation, go for powder foundations. They are going to keep your makeup in place and are also going to last for a relatively longer period of time in summers. Keep your makeup as minimal as possible. If it's possible for you, use just a compact powder or maybe loose powder, and don't go ham with your makeup, because when it starts to melt away, it is going to start looking patchy and it's not going to be a good sight when your makeup is melting left, right and center. On the days that I'm wearing makeup, I need a good micellar water to get rid of all the dirt and grime on my face and every inch of the makeup. And also, it's very important to take your makeup off before you go to bed. So the micellar water that I have been using to take my makeup off lately is this one from Bioderma. This is meant for combination and oily skin. A little bit goes a long way, and I've noticed that even on days when I'm not wearing makeup and I use this, it gets rid of all of the dirt and grime on my face. Like, I can literally see the dirt coming out on my cotton pad when I use this. This does not make my skin feel stripped like other micellar waters, and is also non-greasy and non-sticky, which is something that I really like. This might not be a suitable product for acne-prone skin people because it has fragrance, but Bioderma does have another range of their micellar waters. I'll attach the picture over here. That one is meant for sensitive and acne-prone skin people, so you can check that product out. But for combination, oily or even normal skin types, this one is a great micellar water to try out. Now, since we're talking about micellar waters, after using this, the face wash that I also go in with is from Bioderma. This one is also meant for combination and oily skin, and this will not dry out your skin whatsoever. If you have used face washes that are very harsh on the skin, you would know how drying a face wash can feel, and you almost immediately want to go in with a moisturizer after washing your face, but this will not do that at all and is an absolute must for oily and blemish prone skin. This also is non-comedogenic, so it's not going to clog your pores, but please keep in mind that it's very important to double cleanse even if you're not wearing makeup, because you have to get rid of all of the sunscreen, moisturizer that you had applied in the day, and then with a clean base, a clean skin, go in with your nighttime skincare routine. My fifth tip is regarding shoe hygiene. Now, for a lot of people, they might get stinky shoes during summers because all of us sweat more than usual, which can result in stinky shoes and smelly feet. So one way of getting rid of them is to air dry your shoes every time you come back before putting them in your shoe drawer or your shoe rack or wherever you place them. Or if possible, wear open toe shoes like sandals so that the bacteria and sweat is not all trapped at one place. If you, however, are suffering from stinky shoes, one thing that I can recommend to use is baking soda. Dunk in a liberal amount of baking soda in your shoe and leave it overnight. Do ensure that you're not repeating this process if you have leather shoes, because baking soda can dry out leather shoes, and then the rest of the baking soda you can throw out in the morning, and this is going to rid your shoe of any smell that it might have. If the baking soda trick, however, does not work so effectively, you can place a slice of fresh lemon or lime in your shoes and leave it overnight. If you want, you can also add a few drops of essential oil, and this will help eliminate any odor that your shoe might have. If in case your shoes are washable, make sure that you are washing your shoes regularly to keep them clean and bacteria free at all times, because stinky shoes is an absolute no-no, not just in summers but around the year. If you're suffering from body tan, a DIY pack that I can recommend to you is one made out of lemon and curd. Curd is inflammatory and is also going to keep your skin moisturized. It is also very rich in lactic acid, which will help in reducing tan, removing dullness, and also tackling any issues of hyperpigmentation that you might have on your skin. Take about 3 tablespoons of curd and add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice into it. Apply it all over your body till it dries out, and then you can just wash it off with normal water, and you'll see how effectively it removes your tan in just one use. A lot of times what happens is we are in a hurry of going somewhere, we get dressed, we put on makeup, we wear all of our best jewelry and accessories and we step out. But do you know one thing that we always forget is a good perfume. So what is it that we can do so that we smell good even when we have forgotten our body mists and deodorants? Well, using a soap bar is the best way to get out of this. Take any soap bar of your choice, the fragrance of which you like, cut it into small pieces and chunks and keep them all across your cupboard. The soap chunks will keep diffusing their fragrance slowly and eventually your clothes will absorb the fragrances to such an extent that you wouldn't really need to touch it up with a perfume every now and then. Remember how our moms and grandmoms' clothes have a certain fragrance to them, like you can just smell their clothes and get nostalgic and know that this is your mother's or this is your grandmom's clothes. This is exactly what used to happen because they would keep something fragrant in their cupboards and then eventually the fragrance would be diffused in their clothes in such a way that it would just become their fragrance, it would become their identity. So if you're also like me and your deodorants and fragrances are all lying in a corner waiting to be used every single day and you keep forgetting, try this out and your life is going to be so much easier. My last tip is for the people who struggle really bad in summers with their body odor. Now, while you can mask the odor with deodorants and fragrances, it will mix up with the sweat, thus resulting in an even weirder odor. So one way to combat that is to use a few drops of lemon in the water while you're having a shower. Now, lemons are very effective in reducing excess oil for those whose skin is very oily. Because of its acidic and antibacterial properties, it acts like magic for those who want to combat bad odor. If you're worried about smelling like an orange all day, believe me, it's not gonna happen. It's just a few drops of lemon and it's not going to change or alter anything. It's literally just 5-second worth of effort. So if you think that it might not be so effective, how about giving it a go and finding out yourself? So with that, we've reached the end of this video, guys. I really hope that these summer tips, tricks and routine prove to be helpful to you guys. I will have the link of both the face wash and the micellar water mentioned in the description bar for you guys to check out. If you guys found this video helpful, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It motivates me to keep going, and also I have some really fun and interesting videos planned for you guys for the future. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel before you leave, and now I'll see you very soon in my next video, which is going to come up next Friday as always. Until then, happy summers and have a great time. Bye.